Hi everyone, I am margourtarotreader and today we're doing a personal reading. I want to thank you, my client, for coming to me and letting me help you when it comes to your spiritual growth here in the physical form and in the spiritual form. Now, I am asking the guides in the universe for permission to interfere and to enter into a phase of energy for I apologize for the silence. It is when I'm transcending to the energy of a love past one that trying to accept the energy come forth. If there's any messages that they want to pass on, or particularly to answer any of the questions that my client have for the love deceased. Okay, so we are channeling that energy as we speak. Of course, prior to the recording, I call into the universe and my client's personal information because they remain private at all times, as well as the personal information of the love past one that we are trying to connect at this time. With the white light, angels of the heaven and earth, I thank you. And let us come forth now and let's get started. Thank you. Thank you, Lord Jesus Christ. Thank you. Okay, let us see. Well, as of right now, the energy of this loved one is saying that it is surprised and shocked of what you came up to do in reference to his passing. So the energy that it is coming from this person is saying that he knew you had it in you. And so the energy that I'm also saying, so do know, as my client already knows, when I say certain things, it is the pattern or behavior of energies of the person that we're reading, or the energies that we're reading, since we are looking into the energy of a love past one here at this time. Okay. So the words he's saying, the phrase he's saying is "my girl." Okay. It could be referring literally to you or the song. Okay. I have chills and goosebumps all over me, so his energy is quite alert at this time. So on the questions that you are asking me, I will answer the best that I can in my ability within that time frame that I have in his energy. Okay. A lot of these things that you've asked me are still in transition, so we will see here if the energy allows to predict the outcome. But I feel that more than anything, we are in transition of him, especially, and also on the transition of what we are doing for the other people. Okay. Okay, so I'm going to read as I have displayed it here. It will be a different type of spread, but it is what it is. Nothing happens just by accident. It is because it's meant to be in that order. So he's a little disappointed with the family, with what they did or what the outcome was. I feel that in his viewing or funeral that took place where you were not attended, there was a lot of gossiping going on. There was a lot of tick for tack kind of thing going on there, and also a lot of accusations. So they were, it was to do for him and with him, the funeral thing, but I feel that it was more about gossiping. So that's his energy, that what he's telling me here. So he's a bit disappointed by that. Okay, but he is surprised and amazed at what you did, and he is so happy that you did. Okay. So he's, I don't know what you cook, because he's saying, it smelled good, it tasted good. So do know that energies have a different way of communicating. And of course, we know that they're not tasting what you literally cooked, let's say. But their inner self is reminiscing of what that was, or what was it like. Okay. So he is smiling. Dimple to dimple is what I see. Dimple to dimples. So I feel that he is giving me a warning for you. I feel that he feels that there's still going to be a little bit drama coming ahead from the family. Maybe they're going to try to reach. I don't think that you should reach them by any means. I feel that more than anything, they will try to reach to you to start conflict, okay? They might want to ask something just to ask and then start the conflict. So avoid that. He's concerned about you because you are not sleeping well. He's saying that you are talking a bit, quite a lot to him. But that's okay, he says. But the only concern is that your health is a bit declined because of everything. And I will say this, that a lot of times, you know, the spirit finds it very hard to be away from the person that they love the most or care for the most or literally depend on them the most, you know. It becomes very difficult for them, but as well as for us to live in, right? When we have someone that we depend on their love in such intensity. And so this is how I'm sensing you as well as him. Okay. So when it comes to, you asked about what would happen because we are doing the release me spell for this energy as well as yours, and also the reversal spell for his energy and for those people that have done damage to him in the living. Those are still in transition stages. So there are certain things that we can see. The actual outcome of their behavior or at the end of all, it will be done afterwards. Okay, for the moment, we're still in a transition where they're mad, they're pissed off, they're hating, they're blaming you. And it's not just necessarily them, but also the mother type figure. I feel that they're, you know, finding or wanting to put someone at fault for all this. And obviously, this is the way of the best way that they know how to grieve. Okay. The bigger in the fighting, the argument, the accusations and whatnot, we see it still here. And that is one of his disappointments here. So I feel that it's more of him saying, stick to the good things that you both had. Reminisce only the love that you shared together without thinking of anyone else involved at the moment, because that will help you to heal and him also to process energy better. Let me get here to see something. So I'm going to check something here. Let me see. So I'm going through your emails as well at this time. So no, he has not completed the stage of afterlife yet. He is in a process, so that's why I referred to it earlier. He is in a process. We go to a process of healing, cleansing. We go to a process of purification, if you want to call it that way. Well, it is purification, literally. Okay, so I will look and see what will take place after now that, okay, when it comes to energy. I feel that his energy will still be around your energy, around you here and there. For now, it is strong. It will get lighter at times, heavier at times. It would also come to you as a warning signs or to warn you for whatever situation it may be going on at your life at times. So his energy is not has not dissipated from you whatsoever. Okay, it just depends on how you're grasping the energy, because it can lead to bring negative energy to you. Okay, so you have to maintain yourself in a more, and I know it's not easy, but you have to maintain yourself in a more uplift spirit that you can, and avoid negative things, negative behavior, negative actions. Okay, it is to purify his energy, but also to help you find a way to heal properly. Okay, I feel that once we, once we do all of these things that we've talked about, uh, with all this, and then once we bind the uh, eternity ritual between the souls, which is connected to the move on forth the next spiritual life, physical life, and the after. Once we do the bond for eternity ritual after all of this, you will have some type of cleansing done after all of this. You can have it done now if you like, and then after the bond, do another one of those to start cleansing those negative energies. It's up to you. It depends on how you've been feeling. It depends on how you're feeling when you are sensing energy, okay, and what type of energy. Because I know that you're sensing his energy a great deal. But with that, when we're feeling depressed and upset and disappointed and just being overshadowed, we can intend to grasp onto negative energies as well. So they will stick around and hold on to that person for as long as they can, or for it can be even become in interfering with the loved ones that you are trying to engage in the physical and the spiritual also. Okay, so you will need a spiritual cleansing as well for that. So it would depend on how you are at this time. Okay, now let me see here also. What is okay? I do know that he is not. I will do also the reading later as I continue here, but I do also know that he is not alone. He is with someone that is older than him, male figure type. Is what I'm sensing mainly. I see two. I see two young energies around him as well. So let's see. How will life be after? I will see if I can see that in the following reading as well. Okay. Now let me see. Okay. So I feel that because his energy is in such process that sometimes it becomes stronger and yet weaker. I will say that with all this process that we're doing, I will interfere in the final ritual that we will do for his energy in reference to recover his mental status. Okay. For now, his mental status is still there because of the way it happened and because of the way it was processed here in the living. Okay. So, and as we finish up the reversals and the release me, we will release a lot of that energy as well for him. And it would help him drastically because a lot of what he has in this physical body that he had was due to that, to the rituals that those people put in place for him to demonize him, minimize him, and control him and whatnot. So when we take care of that, that is going to help drastically on his energy. Okay? Let's see. So, let I see ancestors. Thank you. You listen to the heavens, let I see. He's trying to find love and peace within himself, within his heart. He was hoping to be literally detached when he was still in the living. He was hoping to be literally detached from all those energies of the people that caused him the harm. but he found it very difficult to be detached. Yeah, even though he didn't live with them and whatnot, but in the spiritual sense, in the mind sense, he was still so bonded to them because of everything, and also because they constantly kept nagging and nagging him. Okay. He had a lot of conflicts going on with those people, and so yeah, he is looking forward for these energies to be away, especially in order to conclude what he desired the most, the love and the happiness with you. Okay, so of course he is approving what we're doing. Okay, yeah. He never wanted to be in between other people or put you in between other people, he's saying. He tried his best and just things wouldn't go his way as hard as he tried. He kept feeling like stagnation was there. He kept asking why. He kept wondering, why is it if I'm doing everything right or I'm saying everything right, and the minute we're happy something happens and we just tear apart each other or physically. So he had all those questions and doubts. And as of now that he is moving forward into the light, he seems to be not asking, but being more acceptance of the things that happen. He couldn't do them in the right process, in the right way. It's also what he's saying. Okay. But he is very, very much so in the willing now. Okay. You are still his everything, according to his energy at this time. Okay. So, we can end different physical lives. We can die and be reborn number of times. But when we have such a bond to someone, we will always find certain ways to connect, whether it's for a short time, maybe even 5 seconds, 5 days, 5 years, 500 years, whatever. But it will come back around. The degree of it is the difference, and the situation involved in it is also different. Okay. And so that's why when clients do come and we examine what can we do to preserve that spiritual growth after the living, then yes, we can look into that and see how do we preserve it. And for one of those rituals, it is the bond that we will do eventually. But when it comes to the question that you asked about certain of those women, for now, as we are working, as I stated before, we will try to rid of all of those energies, of course, or to minimize them from interfering, his and yours. As well as, I feel that one of them, as for now, the way I've been working with it, one of them is very, very, very reluctant energy. It's an energy of is refusing to give up. So I already know that one will be more conflicted energy. I apologize. I don't. So, apologize for that. And that would happen mainly because the energy is conflicting with what I'm understanding, listening, and being advised. So it's interfering with my speech. And so that would tell me that with this energy of this person, he felt like he had no, how do I say that? No way out, even if he expressed certain things, he felt like he had no way out. I feel that the last, he cried quite a bit throughout his life, but I feel that the last years were not of a man, but of a child. He probably cried like a child a couple of times, if not number of times. He could even did that the day he passed. I feel like the tears were pouring. is I'm sensing. Okay, so okay, so I apologize for the silence. So when I'm transcending to their light, I'm also connecting to their energy, and so therefore I'm comforting his energy as the silence came through. Okay. um okay, so I'm going to there will be a return of you and him. It's saying here. Okay, so the return, I feel that we're going to look at this return once the rituals are being done for the two that we started. And we'll see more heavily the return of that. Okay, see how the energy worked out. But there will be a return between you two. That's a yes. Okay, on the next path, on the next life. Will he meet you? Yes, he will. He will be the one to guide you through the path that he found difficult in the very beginning. He felt confused when his light came about. The feeling of being out of the body was just out of the. It was just unbelievable to him. I feel that when he passed, he felt that he thought he was dreaming or being high. He didn't feel that it was literally happening. He felt that it was like this time, this high was like over the top from any other that I've had, like that type. And when he just started literally looking, seeing, observing his physical body, trying to come into it again, there was no way out. I felt that he tried to, by going and tap the person that found him, woke that person to go out there and to bring him about, when he was kind of under in the moment of realization of what was going on. So he did try to bring that person to bring him about. And so I have to say that. Okay, so unfortunately, sometimes, there's certain energies that passes and they regret doing what they've done to get to that stage. Sometimes they do not want to pass, and they see that they made a drastic mistake, and they try to come back to the physical body. Sometimes it does happen, I'm not gonna lie, but sometimes, in majority of the time, it does not. And so they live their life or their spiritual life with such regrets and not wanting to go forth. So we know we experience similar situation with this light, with this energy in the very beginning. And so we've been working with that drastically. And we're healing that energy to the point where understanding where you're coming from, going, and where you're heading in the physical and in the spiritual will be very, very healing for this person. And I still say this person because that's how strong I am into that energy. But it is an energy. When we pass, your light becomes more fruitful, more abundance, more whole, and so therefore he is in that. Okay. Okay, so thank you, ancestors. Jesus Christ. And of course, I don't have to, but I do. I have the loved one that we are seeking's energy. I have their picture beside me as well. I don't need it, but I like to see his energy more up close. Okay, for anyone out there that would like to reach to their loved ones that are in the other side. Okay. So there's still going to, he's saying that there will still be conflict within his family, within his whatever insurance money, between their the child. It shows a man here, and then we have an older person, an older man, a younger man, and a woman here. But I feel this, yeah. So they will still have conflict within that situation eventually, okay? Who's to be expected to get some of that? It's a Leo, Aries, Sagittarius, Sun, rising. Or they should, whether it's a son or a mother type figure, but I don't feel that it's the mother type figure. I feel it's a one of those ex of his. Okay, yeah. And they are going to either let you know, or between them they're going to say that you probably have something that you gain from him. Okay, so they're not out of the woods yet in the physical from you. Okay, yeah. So we do have that Leo, Aries, Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, rising female that is very agitated, very hateful, and between these women, they're going to start the rumor that you probably did something, that you instigated this, or that you had something to do with this. And it's not just their money situation that was going on as we predicted, but also physically saying things. Okay, so when that comes around, I would suggest to avoid it. It is their way of dealing with this, and it's their usual self of low energy vibe, and you don't need that. Okay, and that's what I'm sensing in this path here. Okay, so now I hope that this video was a little bit more with the energies, as well as if you were able to hear more clearly. Sometimes it's unpredictable when it comes to the energies, especially when we're picking up loved ones that are past. It becomes more difficult with the interactions. Okay, so let's see. Lord Jesus Christ. Let I see, ancestors, let I see. Not sure if he was having in the few months or so, like if his hands were shaking a bit more, because I'm sensing that his hands were a little bit more shaky or clumsy. I'm not sure if he even said that he was becoming clumsy. Thank you. Yeah, true love is there. I mean, he's just literally saying, that's my whole, that's my everything when it comes to you. Yeah, we do see a stubborn energy of one of those females, which we already have the intuitiveness of who that is. He tried to find happiness when you were not around. That's what he's saying. Okay. Let's see here. Okay. So we do see that he is going to try to put a lot of these negative things behind him eventually, as we clear the energy, as we move along. And he will also try to invade when it comes to you, to help you ease or heal. Okay. So he's saying don't be afraid of the dark. I'm not sure what he is stating to that, so I'm just passing along. I can take it in a different energy, but he's saying don't be afraid of the dark. The dark is where he was here. So I feel that to him, even though the sun is out, he was in a dark phase. Okay, but he's also saying don't be afraid of the dark. I will light your way. Okay, so he is very, very observant to what you are going through at this time, and it's almost like he's saying, oh, okay, I see that. Okay, so I'm I'm speaking out of what I'm picking up, but at the same time he is telling me, wait, I have something else. Wait, I have something else to say. Um, so because when I read or talk to the client right off the back, we're trying to enter into such energies, right? Whatever it is that we're trying to do. So literally they already know when I read out your questions, they already know what I'm asking. So they're going to answer as they feel like it, if they feel like it, right? So as I was talking, he was telling me about what you asked about that child. Um, I feel that a lot of the things that happened with him was something about not having children or not having his thing up, with other women. Um, but I do see the connection of a child here who did not make it because of toxicity or rituals or um, adventures that for whatever reason could not happen, which to me in the way the energy comes through me is because of spiritual work. And it doesn't mean necessarily on you, but it means on him. Okay. And of course we talked about that before, that it can be in this living or in the next or whatever other cycles, but in the living in this life that we are now existing in, he had a lot of that being done, and so that was one of the causes of that. So we do see, so what they're saying is there was a possibility of one fertility, okay, one attachment. It was not a full attachment. um it was not a full attachment. So when how I see this is like, let's say for example, you got pregnant, and um when it was supposed to reach the part of implantation, it didn't stick to that full implantation. So it was, it's like it didn't exist, in the physical body. Okay. It's how I'm sensing it. It didn't have, I forgot what they call it in the medical sector. But when you go to the doctors, they really don't see it as that. They don't qualify that as a pregnancy, but to the spiritual form it does. So we do see that. Okay. But like I said earlier, I'm sensing two. Okay, so one could have been with you and the other one could have been with someone else, but I'm sensing two. Okay, let's see. Thank you. Okay, yeah, so we do see two. One that he hoped and wished, which was yours. The other one that was unclear or unknown, that he was suspicious. Maybe it was one of those times that these females pretended to be, and he questioned the if and what was there. Okay, but one was not from you, I feel. Okay. Okay, so we do see, definitely we will be despairing. A lot of those lists that you gave me, we will be despairing them away. We will be changing his energy of love, as well, and including of a man who hated him with such passion, okay, with such hate and cruelty. Um, it's going to also wear out. I feel that this energy, I don't think that we have it in the list. It's what I'm sensing. I don't know who that was, but it's not in the list. But I'm also sensing that we are going to work when it comes to the parent sector energy also. Okay, that would also be clear on his half. So with these rituals that we're doing for his energy, it's going to work tremendously beautiful for him, because we are going to clear a lot of those bad karma that he had here in the living. That is a cycle that has been going on for quite some time. And so hoping to have conceded with this, to do this, we will be able to succeed and wash away a lot of those energy. Finally, he can have some type of rest in the after. Okay, It could be in the other life, but he will have some type of rest and find and have what he wants with you. Absolutely. Okay. So we will have that restoration. We will have that turnaround in the next cycle. We will have that with him. For now, there is a stand to heal between him and you and anything else that we are doing. And we will tear up everything that comes along with it in his path and your path eventually. But we will also find that neutral energy between both of you, okay? And there will be that faith that nothing is going to be in between you and him. So I feel that when we end up doing these things, we'll come back around and see specifically those energies again. But for now, this is beautiful to me. There is faith. This can play out in a number of ways. A lot of times, and I will tell you this, I'm not even sure why I'm displaying the cards, but the cards are one thing to open the energies. But for me, I don't need to have the cards to predict. And so far, and you know this, you've been my client for years, but I feel that I have to show you visually what to feel within you, because it's already there, you know. And this can mean number of meanings, hundreds of meanings even. But what all I see here is faith, trust and faith in what the true love is that you have between you and this person and energy. And what's coming ahead after a long struggle or battle, you will be successful. His energy will be successful. You will be united and you will have a fresh new start as we are progressing with what we're doing. Okay? That is beautiful. It is amazing what the stars are saying and aligning, you know, when it comes to both of you. The angels are singing, it's just beautiful. And anyway, it comes back around again, you know. It's just Archangel Michael. It's coming back around to speak what it is that we're sensing in the energy that he's in right now, or in the energy that we're placing him in after the fact. Okay. Absolutely. And so he is looking forward to be with you in the after. And he is looking forward to be rid of certain energies that in this living hold you both back because of other people, because of other entities. And finally is over and done, or at least we're getting there. And it had to happen tragically, right? But at least we can find a way now, okay? Mm-hmm. So what I'm sensing here, there was a lot of chaos in a lifetime before. When you and this person were together before, this energy was still there. At least two of these energies were very, very in the moment in the past life, and everything that you have experienced in this life, it was more concrete before, and because before in the past, in one of these past lives, it was something that it was, yes, taboo, but it was more poignant, you know, that what just words you can cast it. It was more, it still is, but it was the physical how do I put it? It is more, this is how I'm sensing, like the sky was more close to the earth, you know, the energies were more close to the earth. Let's say, for example, UFOs. Of course, they exist because we are one of those. But, you know, back then, here in this earthly world, hundreds of years ago, they were very known, very seen, very out there in the air, right? Now they're not as much. But guess what? They're going to start being more out there in the out front here in the next, who knows? But for sure, you'll hear about it, if not already, in this year. But back then, let's say during Egypt comes to my head at this moment. So let's say in Egypt, you know, the priest and the way they worked their magic and the way they did the things, it was all about magic in order to gain anything. And so this is how I'm sensing this energy with this person. Okay, it becomes very, very, it's just not in the now. It was inexistent for hundreds of years here, the energy between you and this person, and the energy between at the very least two of these females, but I feel that one is more grasp onto his energy. Okay, it's like they're claiming, or they're wanting to say, it is mine, you know. Now in this life, you are gaining more power because now you're being more aware, I feel. Okay, maybe you were a bit naive in one of those lives where it existed and you knew, but you were too scared, too shame, or because of your religion, you wouldn't act upon it. And so you just let it be and let it be done. And therefore, you did not fight for what it was yours, which is this energy, this person. Okay? Okay. Thank you. So the heavens, what I see and what I know. Thank you for God's into the heavens. Yeah. It was unforeseen, so now he is saying, now we are getting, at least now we're getting some type of clarity, and we're working on getting rid of anything and anyone that did not serve our relationship in the physical body. And so therefore he's given a yes, he's given a yes to what we're doing, and hoping to heal for the next time around. Okay. Yeah, he does not want these things to repeat themselves again. Absolutely. Yeah, he just does not want these things to repeat themselves again. He doesn't want anybody else interfering, and he does not want anyone to come back around and do what they were throughout this cycles of lives, because it speaks of more than one. Okay. And trying to heal, trying to come forth and trying to come about, you know, and nothing was given to it's just everywhere they went, it was toxic, it was voodoo, witchcraft, and you name it. It was toxic either way, everywhere you went. Okay, and by that I mean every cycle life that you have had. You couldn't see the balance between the relationships. You couldn't see the coming or going of the relationship, including here in the physical form. So now we find a way to manifest it. Now we find a way to heal it. Now we find a way to cure what has been hidden, because now you have someone that can be supportive with that energy and work and fight against that. Okay, so now you can say, I've had enough. Okay, thank you. That was beautiful of him to say what he said. And how do we close? Okay, so either way I went, they gave me the same. Okay, so it's a yes. He's saying yes. We will find the connection, the divine connection, the healing connection, after all, at the end. Okay, through shedding all that was not serving. And yes, we will have what we dream about. Okay. It will be a turnaround again of this unity with you and him. As we go along, as you move in the physical form in your physical body here, as you come back around, we will check how the energy is changing and shifting and whatnot. But do understand and do trust and believe, as you do, there will be a combined of energy again with this person, with this soul. Okay. The physical is not here, but the soul is still inclined to you, and it will be again. You two will meet up again. Okay. It is now time to start healing. It is now time to receive. Yeah, I do. I do. I hear his energy saying, I wish that I knew. I wish that I knew. I wish that that you could. Okay, well, so, and I'm letting this person know that even if he knew of me, he wouldn't be able to be acceptant of it because he was not in that energy, unfortunately. Okay, and he wouldn't have allowed it because he was not in the right mindset. I do feel that in the last days, if not weeks, he was starting to feel that there was something out there. Again, he already had the premonition. He already had the dreams. He already had the feeling that his life was not where it was supposed to be. Or, you know, he had the feeling. Okay? So, okay, thank you, angels. So we are going to end it at that today. And of course, we'll be talking back after the reading here. But for now, the most important thing is for you to find within yourself something to keep you occupied, of course. And when you think of his energy, think of the good moments, the happy moments that you've had, in order to find some way to heal your energy. So when he comes to you, he comes to you with that peace light, with that energy of light, of white light. Okay, because we don't want his energy to come to you and you're feeling negative and there's other energies around you. Okay, let me see something before I end this. Thank you. Okay, so yes, that's what I'm seeing here. Okay. Okay, that's what I'm seeing here. So we're going to talk back, and of course, I wish you the very best and love and light to you and yours. Thank you. I say thank you to you for coming forward. We have to share. And again, I am Margot, your tarot reader, and I thank you for watching.